I call the honourable member Andrew Williams.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I take a call on behalf of New Zealand First for the Taxation, Livestock Valuation, Assets, Expenditure and Remedial Matters Bill. And I do note also that on the front of this bill it says that one of the purposes of it is to improve the fairness of existing tax law and regulations, protect the tax base and minimise the burden on businesses. Mr Speaker, New Zealand First will be supporting this bill now, in particular since it has removed the car park tax, which we all felt at the time was a ridiculous suggestion, where something like $17 million in revenue was going to be taken in taxes, but it was going to cost business something like $30 million in their administration costs to actually provide that tax to the government. That was going to be a nonsense, and it was also a nonsense that it was going to be applied only to Auckland CBD and Wellington CBD. And then again, it would provide some huge anomalies as to where you would actually then determine companies would be located or not, and who would be paying for car parks in those areas and who wouldn't be. And it would be a crazy situation where literally over the road from one company you could be just slightly outside the boundary and be paying for car parks, while just a short distance away a competing company or another company would be getting away scot-free. That was going to be a ridiculous situation. Mr Speaker, New Zealand First will be supporting this for a number of reasons. We do agree with improving the taxation system. We do support any measures which help streamline the taxation system and help make it a more efficient system. It is a very meaty document. It is very, very technical and detailed, so I won't go into a lot of it, but I will point out some of the areas that we do now support. We do now support the change to the livestock valuation rules that have come through with this, and we see that as now being sensible. We do support the fact that it makes some important GST changes, such as removing the inequitable situation of non-resident versus resident businesses in this country. It also provides tax deductibility for expenditure on trees and plantings for erosion, shelter and water protection purposes. And again, we feel that is a very fair thing to do, that if farmers or anyone in a situation where they're having to put in trees to try and stop erosion and also to provide important shelter, and particularly in this last week or two we've all been very mindful of the shelter that has been required for animals in the South Island in particular and in parts of the North Island. That is a good thing, to provide tax deductibility for the planting of shelter, and also in terms of water protection purposes as well. That is a good means of providing a tax deductibility situation. This bill gives a donee status to 3 charity organisations who operate internationally, and again they very worthy organisations and do therefore warrant being included in that particular status. It also eliminates tax treatment mismatches to certain foreign currency hedges, and again if there are mismatches in that foreign currency hedge area, then that's another good area to be cleaning up and ensuring that there are not inequities there. Overall, this bill helps to strengthen the tax system, Mr Speaker. It makes it easier for taxpayers, both personal and corporate taxpayers. We think it has a lot of merits, and as we have always said in this Parliament, New Zealand First will support good policy. We will support policy that assists this country and assists the government to operate in the most efficient manner that it can, and in this respect New Zealand First will be supporting the bill.
Speaker.
I call the honourable member John Hayes.
Interesting night to be in the House here, Speaker.